Welcome to the Cabral Concept. I'm Stephen Cabral, board certified naturopathic doctor, and today we have another Friday in review. This is essentially my best picks of the week, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over my book pick of the week, my supplement pick of the week, and a brand new, it's not actually a brand new app, but a lot of people still aren't using it, and it's been out for years, and it's still at the top of the charts. So the first thing I want to review today is our book of the week. And so this I read a long while back. It's by Dr. Karazian, and the book title is called Why Do I Still Have Thyroid Symptoms When My Lab Tests Are Normal? So one of the things that this book really talks about is that the thyroid does not work in isolation by itself. And as I've mentioned in previous episodes before, is that the thyroid is intimately connected to the adrenal glands and how the body works in terms of stress. So what happens is as you become more stressed, and it's not just from work-life stress, it's also from internal triggers that you don't even know about, food sensitivities, candida overgrowth, bacterial overgrowth, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, Clostridium overgrowth, all of those things that can go on inside of the gut. What happens is the immune system's running too hard and too often, which can increase stress as well in the body. Herpes viruses, Epstein-Barr virus, all of these things too can deplete the body, become more exhausted. Well, what happens is when glucocorticoids or stress increases, your ability to actually get T4 to the active form of T3 lessens. And so what we're looking at is that, yes, you should absolutely look at your thyroid. You should have your thyroid levels tested, but there's just so much more to it. Optimizing vitamin D, watching out for those food sensitivities, eliminating the foods that are most prone or most likely to cause autoimmune-based diseases like Hashimoto's disease that I see a lot of in my practice as well. So you want to look at those, and the important thing for me is don't just look at TSH. Make sure, yes, TSH should not just be within range, but it should be below 3 when you're getting it tested, above 0.5 and below 3. But you also want to look at T4, TPO, T3, and reverse T3. I'm going to link up one of the lab tests that we use to look at thyroid. It's a functional medicine-based test, which means it looks at much more than just TSH. TSH just gets you into the ball game, just starts to look at thyroid. It's not going to tell you enough. We want to look at antibodies. We want to look at the actual manufacturing of T4, and then does it actually make it to T3? And if it does that get converted to reverse T3? All really important stuff. If you want to learn more about your thyroid, of course, there's many articles online. We have those as well. We're going to talk about it in future episodes. But this is a really nice book to check out, and we'll link this up in the notes, in the show notes as well. Okay, so a product that I've used before and I'm reviewing this week again is just a simple kelp product. Now, you don't have to take kelp by itself. You can take it actually as potassium iodine, and we'll link that up too. Potassium iodine, as well as kelp, which contains potassium iodine or just iodine, natural iodine, is a very inexpensive product, and it comes from sea vegetables. So why is iodine so important? Well, one is that we don't get it a lot in our diet. Yes, we can get iodized salt, which isn't the best for you in the first place, but not a lot of people, except for maybe island-based people, are getting enough sea vegetables in their diet. In America, we just simply don't eat a lot of it at all. And the nice thing is, in the islands, you might be getting 3 tablespoons a day of sea vegetables. In the US, you're getting 0. So you're not getting the iodine that you need. Why need iodine? Well, because the thyroid needs iodine to manufacture a thyroid hormone, but also we need it for detoxification purposes. We need it to reduce stress levels. It's an anti-inflammatory. It contains a lot of vitamin A. It contains niacin, which is just fantastic for not only mood and brain, but also the cardiovascular system. And we do and are exposed to a lot of radioactive iodine in the environment, okay? This contains natural iodine, which will help uptake natural iodine in the thyroid and block, hopefully, radioactive iodine. So we've all heard of kind of like radioactive iodine from maybe nuclear power plants imploding or something like that, which is obviously the most detrimental. Regular natural iodine will help with that, without a doubt. So we look at this for anti-cancer benefits, anti-estrogenic benefits, so many different things, and the research is out there. It does show it on potassium iodine, and an easy way to get that is simply through kelp or through sea vegetables themselves. I like this product. It's fantastic. If you already have good iodine levels, And if you already have good thyroid levels, you simply don't need too much of this product. You just need maybe a little bit of a boost. And you can just take 1 capsule 3 times a day, or even just 1 capsule if your levels are pretty good. Great product, really inexpensive. All right, and the last one we're gonna go over is an app that I use with a lot of my clients. Okay, so I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit on this. It's called Lose It. You can download it in any app store on your phone. And so the official name is Lose It, exclamation point, weight loss program and calorie counter. So why do I like this? Now, you know, if you've been listening to the episodes and shows for a while, that I do not have clients count calories. And the reason I don't is it sets up a strange relationship with food that I don't think we need to be doing. We need to be eating whole foods, either blended in a smoothie or eaten as a lunch, dinner, whatever it might be. If you're eating whole foods, very rarely, sometimes it does have to happen, but very rarely will you ever have to count calories. So why do I use Lose It? Well, what it does is it allows me to see what I'm eating on a daily basis, and I don't do this forever. You know, if I'm starting a new nutrition plan, I do it for a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum, then that's all I need it for. And the Lose It app actually allows my clients to give me access to that app so that I get to see what they're eating on a daily basis. So when we're talking about food sensitivities, bloating, gas, indigestion, all these types of issues or skin rashes, I get to look at what they're eating and potential variations that might be happening in their diet that they don't see that could be causing some of these ill effects. So I'm not using it for calorie counting, but I am looking at it in terms of macronutrients, how many grams of fat, protein, and carbohydrates that they're eating over a daily basis, and then also what type of foods that they're eating. So if I can see like on Tuesdays and a Friday, they ended up getting gas and bloating and distension, I can say, oh, well, let's look at those days and let's see if there's any correlations to those days and those symptoms. Hopefully that makes sense. And it's free. That's another nice reason to use it as well. But there's so many different reasons of why you can make this app useful, and it is one that I do recommend checking out. And at the price tag of free, why not? Hope you enjoyed today's episode. We'll be back next Friday with more best of week reviews on the Cabral Concept.